At least 48 children fell ill after eating a midday meal at a government school in Karnataka's Bidar district, triggering panic in Jamalapur village. The students complained of vomiting and diarrhea soon after the meal and were rushed to the local hospital. And the result of that is a hospitalization of at least 40 kids. It's because of contamination in cooked food. That is the suspected reason. Preliminary information suggests that contamination or a defect in the cooked midday meal may have caused the illness. The incident follows a similar scare in Telangana's Sangareddy district, where 22 students were hospitalized after consuming sambar and rice at a primary school on 30th of January. So it's just been a couple of days since, and at least 40 children have now been hospitalized, this time in Bengaluru. Officials say that all children are stable, are expected to be discharged, and authorities are probing both the incidents. So after Telangana, the latest incident now coming to light from Karnataka, where 48 children have been hospitalized. My colleague Vajula joining us with more details. Vaji, what kind of food are we serving to our children? What kind of meals are we giving our kids if they're falling sick? In this case, students complained of vomiting and diarrhea, and the reason is that the food that was given to them was perhaps cooked badly. It was contaminated, and this is coming from a midday meal scheme.
Absolutely shocking, and compels one to worry about the quality that has been given to the children in the government school, because 58 people falling ill at a time in a district where midday meals were served to these kids is shocking and horrifying, because if anything could go wrong, people would have lost their lives. But fortunately, for now, what information that we have is all of them have been discharged and are on their way home. An inquiry has been set up to find out what went wrong in cooking this particular food, whether it was the quality of grains and foods that were procured, or was something that happened while it was being cooked. Therefore, the district commissioner, Deputy Commissioner Shilpa Sharma, has visited this place, and she set up an inquiry, and an investigation is going on. And we'll have to wait and watch what comes out. But this is absolutely shocking, because the number is 58 kids who fell ill immediately after, within an hour of consuming that food. So we're looking into for more information. But for now, what we've been told is that these kids are out of danger and don't show any more symptoms, and they're all on the way back home now.
All right, the kids are on their way back home. That's the latest as far as that scare is concerned. But we stand corrected there. Reports suggesting that 58 children fell ill after eating that midday meal at a government school in Karnataka's Bidar district, triggering panic. The students complained of vomiting and diarrhea. They were rushed to the local hospital, and this is a result of contamination of the midday meal, but they have all recovered now and they've come back home. But, you know, it's also a stark reminder, for that matter, of the Telangana school scare, Vajula, where 22 students were hospitalized because they consumed sambar and rice in their primary school, which again was contaminated. And this is not a very far distant, an incident. This happened just a couple of days ago on 30th of January.
Absolutely, Shweta. These things raise alarm on what kind of food is being given to kids in the name of midday meals, whether the contractors who are being assigned to provide food, are they indulging in any sort of corruption where low quality grains and low quality foods are provided to them. All these things now have to be verified, because a back-to-back incident like this just not only remove the trust on the government, but also there is this situation where kids, parents of lower middle or below poverty line, who actually send their kids to school on the basis that at least they'll be able to have one day's meal in the school, and on the side they will also get educated. They will also now feel scared, realizing that the school in which they're sending are not capable enough to provide them the meal, and their kids may fall ill, and some may even die in the extreme situation. So now a thorough overall checkup should be done on these contractors who are providing food to these schools, on what quality grains and what quality of food are they picking up and providing to these
Absolutely.
kids?
Vaji, I think it's also important to point out it's not just the quality of the grains, it's also the preparation which matters. So, not just regular checks, but constant supervision. I think that's what we need in cases such as these. Constant supervision on how these meals are cooked, whether utensils are cleaned properly, whether vegetables are cleaned properly, and the procedure there is also something that needs to be examined on a regular basis, in fact, on an everyday basis. Clearly, one time and one-off oversight is not helping in this case. There has to be a regular screening for midday meal schemes. Those scary visuals there of young kids, school-going kids who were hospitalized as a result of consuming midday meal in their schools, raising questions, of course, on the quality of